question is, who are you?
I thought I knew. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, I know who you are. Shh, come here. It's a secret. Squash, banana,
Enough already. What is that supposed to mean, anyway?
It means you're a baboon, and I'm not.
I think you're a little confused.
Wrong. I'm not the one who's confused. You don't even know who you are.
Oh, and I suppose you know.
Sure do. You're Mufasa's boy. Bye.
Hey, wait! You knew my father?
Correction. I know your father.
I hate to tell you this, but he died a long time ago.
Nope. Wrong again. He's alive. And I'll show him to you. You follow old Rafiki. He knows the way. Come on. Don't dawdle. Hurry up.
Oh, wait.
Come on. Come on.
Would you slow down?
Stop. Look down there.
That's not my father. It's just my reflection.
No. Look hard. You see, he lives in you.
Father?
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember who you are.
No, please, don't leave me. Father, don't leave me.
Kaban muna guys.
Absolutely. Melanin, carbon. Very critical that this is why you have to really be thankful and be appreciative if you are a black man or woman or any melanated being on the planet, because it means biochemically you have a deeper connection to the universe, to nature, to the supreme being itself. We literally are the people of the stars, you could say, when it comes to how we are constructed. So that's why we have to continue to take, minerals and eat things that are from the earth, because we are a part of it physically. Carbon-12 in particularly. When people break it down, you look at 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That's where the original 666, right? Not the mark of the beast, 666, but we're talking about biochemistry. We're looking at not just the pigmentation, but our ability to connect to nature, the grounding, the sun, how we absorb nutrients at a higher rate, how our bones and tendons and ligaments, all of this in our tissue is constructed. It is deeper. It is more connected, I would say, more than the Caucasian, for example. We can go outside in the sun and be cool. We can still get sunburned too, though. Don't get it twisted. Some black folk like, I can't get burned. Yes, you can. All right, don't get it twisted. but we can last far longer because of our melanin. So it is a deep gift, and it is something that the universe itself has. Melanin is found in everything from water to hair to, of course, in your blood, your skin, and all that. It's found in plant life. It's found in all these different things. So it's something that connects the life that reflects within itself. Very simple. That's why we have to eat plants. That's why we have to eat fruits and all of that. So that's just a basic level. Like, without even having to go into full depth of all of it, it's something to be appreciated. And I think people should study our brother, Dr. Layla Africa, who has broken that down. May Allah be pleased with our brother, one of our ancestors now, who did beautiful, extensive work on that, including our brother, Dr. Kaba Kamene as well, who has done extensive work on that. But it's a serious thing to be thankful for, because those who do not have it are trying to buy it. I don't know if people know this, but melanin is something that's being sold in creams and these different applications. People are getting melanin injections right now to help to sustain their livelihood. People are doing this to this very day. So again, that leans into other things as well, dealing with the organ trafficking and all that. There are a lot of people who know the benefit and the value of melanin, and they are doing all that they can to get as much as they can to sustain their livelihood. Meanwhile, we have it in abundance.
9 ether, carbon. The 9 ether, man and woman, are the ones with the carbon growing out the top of their heads. That curly, kinky stuff, trying to reach the sun, defying the odds of gravity. The 9 ether being will get better as the world gets hotter. You understand what I'm saying? Can you dig that? The 9 ether being were created in the image and likeness of their creator. They possess the Ba nature, Abantu, Abba, original, the soul that is housed in the physical form that will transcend after this reality is done.
First physical beings to be created in the universe was dark-skinned, having 9 ether nappy hair, called Moors or Ethiopians. The root word for Ethiopian is ether, as in Etherian. So we as black people created the universe in our soul form as Etherians, because the universe is made out of energy. Energy is light. When light manifests in a physical form, it appears as blackness, melanin. So all colors combined appear as blackness. White is the absence of color. So after we created all universes, we generated physical bodies for ourselves by slowing down our vibrations and manifesting from the spiritual side onto the physical through a black hole or womb. All souls must pass through a vagina or vacuum in order to incarnate on this side. Our heart was in the center of our chest, and we used both sides of our brain because we were ambidextrous. We are called soul people, sun people. All suns are stars, so we are star children who created all things in the universe as Etherians, crystallite energy. Our abode was located in the 19th galaxy called Ilion, from a star system called Sirius, having 3 suns, symbolic of the 3 dimensions. So we did incarnate here as star children to grow as many suns and experience life within the lesser mystery.
A particular verse that often gets criticized is Genesis chapter 2 verse 7, which reads, "The Lord God formed man from the dust of the earth." For years this verse was mocked, critics claiming it would be impossible that the human body, which is so complex, made up of billions of lines of DNA code, could have originated from the dirt. In 1982, the November issue of Reader's Digest published an article titled "How Life Began on Earth." The article detailed a discovery from scientists at the NASA Ames Research Center, where they found that every single element necessary for human formation can be found in the soil. The article concluded by saying, and I quote, "The biblical scenario for the creation of life turns out to be not far off the mark."
We're talking about 60,000 years ago. There's a story of the African god, Atum, who recreated himself using his essence. This is where modern science gets the word atoms. You understand me? And this is where the Greeks get the word atom to put in the Bible. Derived from the Hebrew word animal. They tell you it means man of red earth, the Bantu, original man and woman.
So he took dust from the ground, shaped it into a man, and breathed life into him. This man was named Adam.
Without a skull, we can't know for sure what Adam looked like. But a combination of genetic evidence, vendors' forensic skills, and cutting-edge computer software suggests he looked something like this. Thousands of years after the Bible, and hundreds of years after Michelangelo, we have a whole new face for Adam.
I like the expression. He's got a very forceful look.
He's intent on something, maybe taking over the world.
Black Adam, this is what they are afraid of, gods and goddesses.
Is that your stolen canister, Miss Vetra?
Where is that camera, number 86?
It's wireless. It too was stolen. It could be anywhere inside the Vatican walls.
That canister contains an extremely combustible substance called antimatter. We need to locate it immediately or evacuate Vatican City.
I'm quite familiar with incendiaries, Miss Vetra. I've never heard of antimatter being used as such.
Well, it's never been generated in significant quantities before. It's a way of studying the origins of the universe, to try to isolate what some people call the God particle. But there are implications for energy research.
God particle?
What we call it isn't important. It's what gives all matter mass, the thing without which we could not exist.
You're talking about the moment of creation.
Yes, in a way I am. The antimatter is suspended there, in an airtight nanocomposite shell with electromagnets on each end. But if it were to fall out of suspension and come in contact with matter, say the bottom of the canister, then the two opposing forces would annihilate one another violently.
And what might cause it to fall out of suspension?
The battery going dead, which it will, just before midnight.
Kind of annihilation. How violent?
A cataclysmic event. A blinding explosion equivalent to about 5 kilotons.
Vatican City will be consumed by light.
Those are the exact words the kidnapper used.
We will destroy your 4 pillars. We will brand your preferiti and sacrifice them on the altars of science. Then bring your church down upon you. Vatican City will be consumed by light, a shining star at the end of the path of illumination.
It's the ancient Illuminati threat. Destruction of Vatican City through light. Yes. Revenge. For La Purga.
La Purga?
Jeez, you guys don't even read your own history, do you? 1668. The church kidnapped 4 Illuminati scientists and branded each one of them on the chest with a symbol of the cross. It purged them of their sins, and they executed them. Threw their bodies out on the street as a warning to others to stop questioning church rulings on scientific matters. They radicalized them. The Purga created a darker, more violent Illuminati, one bent on retribution. And look how they intend to finally get it, using antimatter. Technology to destroy the church. Science obliterates religion.
Now, when 2025, the sun will begin to transmit a series of solar flares that will bring the Earth's climate to a point where if you are not properly naturally melanated, you will not be able to go outside more than 15 minutes without high-powered special creams and special suits. The UV radiation from the sun will be harmful to all unnatural bacteria on this planet. This is known as the Year of the Nine, foretold by ancient Kemetic legend, where the sun gods will return.
Set in South London, the show follows 5 ordinary individuals who suddenly find themselves with superpowers. They face everyday challenges, but their story intensifies when one of them must bring the group together to save the woman he loves. This series is called Supercell.
Do you realize what Supercell is? That's not a series. That's not a series. You know what that is? That's an observation. So when you look at Supercell, notice it's called super. Super means to be superior, supreme, and a cell is a small thing that has organs in it, or organelles, right? So Supercell is this series based off of black people, like I was talking about with toxicity. We already went through that. Deficiency. A lot of us are very deficient in minerals. Now what happened is we are adapting now. We're adapting to this new simulation. The sun is fake. The water is contaminated. The air is contaminated. Earth have lost all its minerals. Now our next stage is what? Mutation. It's coming. The glow up coming, man, and it can't be stopped. And the reason why is because you cannot destroy melanin and you cannot destroy carbon. You can change the way it interact with itself in an environment, but you cannot get rid of it. We don't die, we multiply. We Elohim children, man.
We was the ones that was here first, and we were the ones that was betrayed. So remember that.
Mutants, born with extraordinary abilities, and yet still, they are children, stumbling in the dark, searching for guidance. A gift can often be a curse. Give someone wings and they may fly too close to the sun. Give them the power of prophecy and they may live in fear of the future. Give them the greatest gifts of all, powers beyond imagination, and they may think they are meant to rule the world. Start fights.
Never before has man possessed so much as Soviet Union and the United States being superpowers.
Superpowers. The weak have taken the earth. For this, I was betrayed. False gods. Idols. No more. I have returned.
The new tomorrow
Return.
that starts today.
You can't save the world just going around killing people. There's laws, systems in place for that kind of thing.
My child, why do you enslave yourself?
What are you doing?
Making you stronger. My goddess.
Goddess.
The time has passed. There is no room for gods.
You are all my children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders. These false gods, systems of the weak. They've ruined my world. No more.
Everything they've built will fall. And from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one.
I tried your way, Charles. I tried to be like them. Live like them. But it always ends the same way. from them. Always the same. And now all this. No more stones. No more spears. No more slings. No more swords. No more weapons. No more systems. No more superpowers. Charles! You can fire your arrows from the Tower of Babel. But you can never strike gold! To every man, woman, and mutant. You have lost your way. You have lost your way. But I have returned. But I have returned. The day of reckoning is here. All your buildings. Ваши башни и храмы рухнут. На конакужа помбажуко, на уливанго умпя. For there is nothing you can do to stop what is coming.
It has arrived, the year of the Nine Ether, 2025. NASA has already confirmed that around July, the sun will be at its solar maximus, the highest it's been in 100,000 years. 115, the UV radiations emitted from the solar flares will burn those without the proper pigment. You understand me? This was predicted by Akhenaten, the great pharaoh of ancient Kemet. It is called sterilization, where the sun emits solar flares that sterilize and destroy all unwanted and unnatural bacteria on the planet. Yeah, it's about to get hot in here.
The untold truth about melanin. Melanin is more than just a skin pigment. Not only is it all throughout your skin, but it's in your hair, your eyes, and throughout your entire nervous system. Melanin has a value greater than gold at $450 per gram, while gold is only $60 per gram. Melanin is literally so powerful, they're attempting to use it in military-grade weapons. We understand melanin to be a super semiconductor of consciousness that connects you back to the source. We understand melanin scientifically to be biochemical sunlight, living light.
Peace, guys. Let's talk about apocalypse and some metaphysics behind it. So essentially, the apocalypse guy, he is actually a reference to the melanated man and the melanated woman. Now, his power and who he is a symbology to the soul. The soul is extremely powerful. It has more power beyond this physical realm, and the powers that he holds throughout the movie represents how powerful the soul truly is. This is why the people in power or whoever have colonized the melanated man and the melanated woman are very fearful right now, because essentially the melanated man and melanated woman have the powers that Apocalypse has. because Apocalypse is a true representation of what it is for a god to be on this earth. Also understand that his skin was a symbology to melanin. The original man and the original woman were melanated beings, and your powers lie within your pineal gland, which is through the ability to produce more neuromelanin, because melanin is more powerful than technology.
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They're using it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule.
Black people are gods. They were formed by the universal prime creator from its own primordial essence. They are extensions of the prime deity's masculine and feminine aspects. Each temple or body houses both of these vital energies. Their melanin is an indication of their divinity, for it is concentrated light in a physical form. It has been termed biological living light by physicians and is the only chemical substance able to hold such magnificent and potent energy that is the black man and woman. To be clear, everything we see has some form of melanin, but the black man and woman, who are really primordial deities, have an exclusively specific kind. There are purportedly 5 known variations of melanin reported by scientific minds. It isn't ethical to compare the prime deities to all people, who many are beasts who've taken on their form through evolution and non-consensual mating. Others are shapeshifters, and all or more are simply figments of their active imaginations. When normal people dream, they create temporary images in their mind's eye that appear real and possibly are, that is, until they wake. It took energy to do that. When the soul of a deity dreams, they make temporary realms and people, or rather games and CPU players that last as long as he or she chooses to play. Awaken and rise from your perpetuating slumber, great eternal ones, and become full deities once more. Creators, operators, and destroyers of galaxies. Beings who nurture life, foster transformation, and facilitate movement and magic. Rise and evolve into the divine kings and queens of the universe you are meant to be. Reclaim the world from the hands of the wicked, who are the false gods, the illusions, and the mortals. Creation has been waiting on you to rise and judge the earth. You have been in a cocoon state, undergoing pressure to surpass everything you've ever been. You will soon emerge mightier and brighter than ever before. And when you do, every matrix will fade, true life will thrive, planets will rejoice, stars will align, and the womb of space will be edified. So it is written, so shall it be, so it has been. For you are the ones.
You gotta watch this movie because it's basically talking about the activation of the non-ether energy and the rise of the 144,000. So when you understand that phenomenon, that's when you reach the apex of consciousness by activating the heart chakra. The heart chakra in itself is a luminescence energy that connects you right back to source. The source is the epitome of the Christ consciousness, because as I was telling you before, God is the highest essential of the mind, which is the elements of matter to express itself. So when you emit that light, you activate the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the seat of the soul when you understand comedic spirituality. So that's why superheroes, they always put the emblem on their chest, because that's how they draw their light. They draw their light by way of the activation of the heart chakra.
The term KRST in ancient Kemet, Egypt, which means anointed. The term was first seen referring to Osiris in the pyramid. Mummies were not prepared to make the physical body rise again, but the preparation for the soul to resurrect in glorified spiritual body.